You will find that the prices of the hotel are like that. However, once the exhibitions happen, our one bedrooms rent for 1,800, and with bigger events, it's 3,800, and that's before Gulf Food even moves, and that's before Jitex came, and that's before the exhibition center even opened up. Now, once it opens up, we're not saying 4,000, 5,000. Okay, I'm saying rent the one bedroom at this price
per night.
per night. That's on average. I'm not calculating Eid or Christmas or anything.
Yeah, and you don't also calculate the tourists and they might come here to see what's going around.
The festivals, the concerts, the events. So usually, what does short-term rental work on? It's based on events and exhibitions.
Okay, yes.
If you have an event, all of a sudden your short-term rental is amazing. Okay, now imagine when you are in a community that's called Expo City. Expo is all types of exhibitions. It's the city of exhibitions and events and concerts, festivals, whatever you might call it. So the highest ROI for short-term rental will be right here. Now I'm staying rented at 1,200 per night. Okay, I'm going to multiply this by 300 nights, which is the occupancy rate. So over here we have 300. Yeah, 360. So let's say for the one bedrooms, that would be around 12,000 dirhams, which is the service charge. I don't know, I'm just gonna minus another, let's say 10,000 dirhams in case of any
miscellaneous.
Yeah, miscellaneous. So you're buying the property today at 2 million for the one bed. That is 16%.
And for sure, it's if one building gonna be less than 2 million.
Yes.
For one building.
For one bed. Now what I'm saying is 15%. I'm not even gonna go to the 16.9. I'm saying 15%. How do I do the calculations for the cost? Okay. So let's say I'm gonna do it on a building now. Okay. So 35 million dirhams is the building. Okay. Now let's divide this by 2 because I need 50% during the construction. This is how much I need from you, and 50% on the handover. Let's say it's 2 buyers. I will need half of this from each. Okay. Now let's keep it like this. This is how much I need you to mortgage from the bank. Okay, because it's 50 on handover. Let's divide this by 25 and let's divide this by 12. And this is how much you need to pay the bank per month, plus 4%, which is the bank's interest fee. You will need to pay, let's put it as 61,000. Okay, this is how much you will pay the bank every single month. Now I am saying on a 35 million dirhams building, you should be able to make 15% ROI. Okay, now I will minus 15 to 20%, which is the management fee for the short-term rental. Let's say 15%.
You guys manage it?
No, someone else. That's why they're taking
we have
that.
Everything, but
you have.
We have.
Okay. Let's say this building is 10,000 square foot, and we have a 17 dirham service charge. That is 110,000 and 17 yeah, 170. Okay, minus 170,000, which is the service charges. I will also remove, like, let's say 50k in case of any damages. Okay, now this is how much you will be making this is how much you'll be making as ROI. Okay, now let's remove how much you'll be. I said 61,000. Okay, multiplied by 12. This is how much you are paying the bank every single year. Now we said
500,
whatever. Okay, minus how much you would be paying the bank every single year. How much you're paying the bank. This is what you're left with as net ROI. Now how much did I ask you to pay? I wanted 17 million divided by 1,700,800, maybe something like that. Okay, you are making as a return on equity 19% ROI. You only paid half of the property value. The bank is taking care of your mortgage. You're making this as return of investment, and in the future you're selling at a big capital appreciation. It makes a no-brainer for clients when they look at the numbers.
Aida, when it was on our
Always
300.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the minimum, you will rent, and keep in mind we don't have studios. We start with one bedroom for residential. So at a minimum, you should be able to rent the one bedroom at this much. Now this is at a minimum. I'm talking the lowest of low seasons. A one bedroom. We're talking luxury, high-end one bedroom next to exhibition center. Everything is equipped. So this is 750. Now what we put it on average is this much, because on Gulf food you should be able to rent at a minimum this much per night, which is 4,000. If you have Jitex, you should also be able, and when people cannot find Airbnbs, you can, for Jitex, believe me, this is easy per night.
Also,
Hotels will be renting at crazy prices.
and also, what is the thing here? For starting from 2026, you need to occupy every day 8,000 to 10,000 people.
Yes.
I think the whole apartments, the
The-
whole
the-
2,000s.
We have like space right now for around like 2,000 residents. So think
Yeah.
about it like this: the trade center today has 3 million people. If 10% of them needed accommodation, that's 300 people. Let's divide this by 12. This is how much we need for accommodation every single month. We do not have enough, and we're doubling the amounts of events. So we're going to double the amount of
It's
people.
gonna be 600.
So we
units.
need 50,000 people. Once Expo is fully completed, which is gonna take years, we only have space for 35,000 residents. Imagine the employees that are gonna wanna live in Expo. Imagine the people that are gonna wanna have the Expo lifestyle. Yet alone the 50,000 people per month that are requiring accommodation from us, and we don't have. The demand will be so high, supply is low. Our residents will put their own prices for short-term rental. People don't like it, they can go live 15 to 20 minutes away, which is not ideal for businessmen and not ideal for tourists which want to have that experience of waking up in the morning, walking to the events, walking to the exhibitions, instead of having to come here every single day for the event. Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah.